Hello, everyone. It's KP. How are y'all doing today? Hopefully, great. So basically, I am here to tell you guys about my coming out story. These are always interesting and fun, and I've come to find that everyone's story is just so unique. So I don't really know if mine is all that great or interesting, but here goes. So when I was 17, um, I had a best friend who I became like really, really close with, and we became more than friends eventually. I kind of pretty much knew probably at a young age that I was gay or I had a different feeling towards women more than I guess you're supposed to have. So I was raised by a Baptist family, so. But when I was 14, that's probably when I had my first crush on a girl. So when I was a senior in high school, like I said, I had a best friend. We became more than friends, and at the time, my mom didn't know. No one knew. It was pretty much between us. I wasn't out or anything, so she was my first love and whatnot, and everything. So that was like a whole different experience for me. uh, so how I was outed, my freshman year in college, I had my MySpace profile. MySpace was the big thing back then. So one day I just up and decided, because I didn't know any other lesbians or have any lesbian friends, that I wanted to meet some people on MySpace. So I changed my orientation to lesbian on my MySpace profile, and one of my cousins saw it and called my mom and told her. So uh, unsuspecting me had no idea. My parents weren't supposed to know this until like later, because I had been thinking about telling them. I planned on telling them, just not that soon. So this was probably, yeah, my freshman year in college was probably like 2005. So it was probably like late 2005, early 2006. So yeah. Um, so I was at a party and my phone rings. It's my mom. I'm just thinking we're gonna have like a regular conversation. She always calls me. So I'm at the party. She calls me up and she's just like, "What's this on your MySpace profile saying that you're a lesbian? You a lesbian? You're gay or whatnot?" So that's pretty much how I was greeted on the phone when I answered. So I was just told her that I was gonna call her back because I was at a party. Obviously, wasn't the right time to talk about that. So on my way back to campus to my dorm, I called my mom back, and I'm just kind of like, "Mom, I'm gay or what have you," and she asked me, "Well, your friend," I'm not gonna say her name, because she knows of my best friend from high school or whatnot. Well, she knew her as my best friend, and she's like, "Well, is it her? Did it start with her or whatnot?" And I was like, "Yeah," or what have you. And she's just like, "Oh," and I don't really remember too many details of that conversation. It probably wasn't the best conversation. um, but I just remember, I think after hanging up after that conversation, I think I didn't talk to my mom for like a week, and I talked to my dad for like a couple of days later. He called back and he told me that my mom had been crying for like a week. So yeah, it's not really good news for me. I felt bad in the sense I didn't want to be the reason that she was crying. I talked to my dad about it for a little bit, and I just kind of at the time got the vibe that he felt like it was like a phase or something. So it wasn't really affecting him as much as I could tell, because my dad's not like a real emotional person or touchy feely type of person. He's a military man, so he's always like strict and just disciplined, I guess. So my mom, she's more on the emotional side, so I guess that she just it just came out of her. But after that whole ordeal of her crying, we did talk again, and she just like had a lot of questions, and it was questions like, "Well, how do you know?" and just I guess it's kind of like a phase with like parents when they find out their kids are gay. They like have like a grieving process. They feel like they've lost a child like through death or something like that, and just like a lot of questions and basically they try to convince you, I guess, that you're not gay. They're like, well, you don't know, and blah blah blah, and it's kind of a weird little back and forth thing. But as time went on and they see that I haven't changed, I haven't dated guys, I haven't went on dates with guys, I guess it kind of more starts to set in that that I'm gay. It's not gonna change. And they accepted it more, accepted me. They've never looked at me sideways. They've never like disowned me in a sense or anything like that. My parents have always been supportive of me, and I just love them for that. I'm thankful to have parents like them that will love me no matter what. Because I know of people that you know have come out and their parents just totally like disown them and don't talk to them, and that's just, I couldn't imagine what that feels like to be you know like disowned by your parents. I would probably not make it. I don't know. I can't even fathom that thought right now. So I'm just grateful to have parents like mine. My parents right now, they're just awesome. My mom, she's very open about it. She'll tell people that she has a lesbian daughter, and she talks to me all the time about it. We talk about it all the time. She likes to know the more intimate stuff, and I kind of like try to like not go there with her because she's like, she'll flat out just ask me sometimes, and I'll just be like, I don't really feel comfortable talking to you about intimate details of like how I have sex with people. So, and my dad, he's coming around more so. Uh, when I've had girlfriends in the past, they'll always refer to my girlfriends as, how's your friend doing? I think it's kind of funny, but I just love them for being accepting and like just at least trying, and just loving me. I love my parents. They love me, and I'm glad that we've gotten through that whole ordeal. So, thank you guys for listening. That's pretty much the end of my coming out story. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm gonna try and enjoy mine. And kisses. Bye, honeys.